Hello everyone and welcome to week 10. I actually know that for once of Stars of Our Number Abaddon. It has been a very fucking long time since we played this. Didn't want to jinx it. Pretty sure the game. I was relatively certain the game was dead, and I was upset about that. But here we fucking are. So I'm gonna unmute the players, and you can hear their wonderful, beautiful voices. Hello everybody. How are you?
Interesting.
I'm excited to be playing again after 3 months.
Me
Dude,
too.
tell me
Me
about
too.
it. It's been a month since I've roleplayed with Liam because the last D&D game was a month ago too, and
Also,
it's
Since
been
none
a
of us
shit
actually
show.
mentioned it, I think that's why the game wasn't dead.
Yeah, just because I didn't
Because
say
none of
anything.
us thought this game was dead, so it didn't come up, so it's still on.
Well,
Um,
it was just busy a lot for people the last couple of months,
I had
right?
no
It seemed like
internet
always
for a
somebody
while.
was missing. Yeah, you were like dead. We were worried about you.
Yeah, I had no internet for like 2 weeks, which was fucking annoying. Then Matt disappeared a couple times.
I didn't disappear. I was very communicative when I wasn't here.
You got the date of your test wrong.
Actually,
I
no.
wanna-
To be fair to Matt, he usually does get the date right about not being there. He just tells us 5 minutes before the game starts.
Exactly.
It's usually several hours, in my defense.
I
That's
have
5 minutes for Lane because he doesn't wake up till the start of the game.
Fuck you! I'm usually awake 24 hours when we play.
So that's
this
just. That's
Yeah,
just.
well, that's an entirely different issue, Lane.
This man, get back to me when you fall off that mountain.
What?
Don't go chasing water.
What the fuck?
Now you've got a
Yeah,
phone in
I
my
see.
head. I
Sounds
hate
like he was on some crazy drugs.
I fucking wish.
you.
All the ones I'm on fucking make me forget shit.
So, does anyone remember what happened like 3 months ago? When played
We
this
pieced
fucking
it together with 4 of our brains.
game? Nice. Who wants to give me a rundown?
Knut?
Oh, great! You wanted me to speak on your behalf. Oh, jeez. So, we met with the Rouge Collective. We had a big meeting with everyone. We promised them animal people.
Oh my god.
And we talked about having a concert and having the EDF show up to break it up.
Nice.
But
And-
we'll use plans.
And Constantine made conspiracy things with the Mars EDF forces to sort of rescue people from the EDF with Martian EDF troops.
Yeah.
I
One-
distinctly remember him saying, "So long as no one dies, that's fine."
Yeah, it's because it's gonna be you and like the boys from the ship in the EDF suits.
Right.
Oh.
I also remember us. We had a bunch of dinners separately. There was Lane's character. Constantine proposed to his girlfriend, and that's a thing. I sold out #1 fan when we bought fake ideas for Matua.
Currently, Gwen and Matua want to kill each other.
Currently, Gwen and Matua want to kill each other. Yeah, that's a thing because Matua is Matua and Gwen is Gwen.
I think Batua is Osiris, is what you mean.
Punk life.
Matua isn't saying is what you mean.
No,
I still haven't gotten.
Yeah, Matua was Osiris, wasn't it? It
Yes.
I still haven't gotten
Gwen.
paid from my arena fights and the gambling.
You're still pissed off about that.
Yeah, Quack
Uh,
was Spider, but he didn't like that name, so of course we kept calling him Spider
Let's
with
see.
a Y.
Yeah, that's why. I think that's the main reason why I didn't like it.
That's pretty much it. Unless, yeah, okay, the EDF are upset that Mature would sell the research to the Martians.
That wasn't the EDF.
The Freedom
that was
Front.
the
Yeah, the Freedom Front. The Spacer Freedom Front are upset about selling things
Yeah,
to
you
the
guys,
Martians.
you guys don't quite know that yet. That was like after the credits scene.
Oh,
of
I was
Stefan
yelled at
contacting-
by. I was yelled at by her.
Yeah, and
You told
then
me
there
all.
was there was an after the credits scene with a
The council, the high command.
yeah, like Stefan contacted Sarah and basically said like, the fuck you doing? You said this would provide results. Results doesn't mean other people getting hands of the tech that is ours.
See, I thought I talked them into like at least somewhat cooperating with the plan, because I remember having to roll a lot of charisma and persuasion.
Thanks, Kitty. Yeah, I mean, like there was definitely some sort of like, you talked him into like the plan, right? But the plan was never, at least from their part, the plan was never give the freedom, give the Rouge Collective the mutants, right? Like, I was like, oh, we're gonna support
the plan
them.
Was like the support, like
Yeah,
we need you
it's
to
like,
come in. Yeah.
Yeah, it was we'll support their their liberation. It was never like Matua's research, which we have fucking bought and paid for, is given to a third party.
Well, listen, we'll just make sneaky creatures so they'll never know.
Okay.
No, it's fine. Matua and my contact will sort something out that's going to be hidden.
I think the scene we kind of fade up in.
Before we start, I need to roll HP.
Yes. You wanna do that? Do your thing.
Is it D8?
I
It's-
should really
it's-
open the rulebook for this game before I start.
I know it's
GMing.
your current level.
It's
think it's
hit
the-
points. Hit points are 1d6 per level, plus your con
D6.
mod.
I don't have the book on this computer. That's interesting.
Neither do I. Actually, do I? I don't know.
Well, 100% sure it's D6.
No.
No, isn't it a D10?
No, it's not
No,
a
it's
D10.
definitely
What
not.
class are
It's
you?
D. I thought it was a D8.
Oh my god, this is.
What is your class?
Let me fucking find out.
Matt, what is your class?
It's
Just
the same
the-
for every class.
It's the same, yeah. HP is
Yeah.
the same, Crossel.
Just to
I
let
just don't
the
have the
viewers know, this happens every week. When there are level ups.
I think it's more accurate at this point to say every month.
Fuck off,
Okay.
Matt. Don't jinx it.
Okay, cool. I've actually got the book open now. Let me find
1d6.
It's D6? Okay.
Yeah, it's 1d6 per level.
1d6 plus con plus level.
Yeah, I don't have con. 17.
If it's higher than your last HP, you take it. Otherwise, you're
Oh, thank fuck, it's higher.
Yeah, I was gonna say, didn't you get fucked on the last roll and you actually
I
got
got-
like lower?
Yeah. I got
Yeah.
lower.
like, what's everyone's HP at the moment?
25.
17.
26.
20.
17.
Yeah, me and Matt are the lowest, which makes sense.
What are you
Actually,
I'm 23.
Ah.
I think I just got really lucky. I think I rolled top whatever I should roll last time.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So yeah, I think the scene we kind of fade up on is Matua. If Sarah was to find you and have a conversation, where would this scene be taking place?
at? The lab.
Okay, cool. So yeah, we fade up on the lab on the ship, and what do we see Matua doing as Sarah walks in?
She's lying down on the medical examination table, with needles sticking out of pretty much every square inch of her body.
Okay.
And Vinny standing at a terminal operating a system.
On a side note, I kind of feel like at this point, Gwen and Matua have kind of split the lab in half. Because Gwen's probably been doing a lot of work in there recently as well.
I was gonna say, you were probably being confined to your bedroom. You're grounded.
I'm not sure
Unless
if
Matua tries to kick me out.
I think
the two of
instead
them
we see.
actively kick it out.
I think instead we see a desk with your stuff on, and everything else is Matua.
Yeah, that's probably what it would be.
Yeah. It's not a divided in half situation here because you haven't really done much.
Head out
Yeah.
of the bag.
There's a pile of shitty computers in the corner.
Cool. All right.
It's covered by curtains.
Yeah. So,
Just like the medical curtains.
Sarah walks in and like looks at Vinny. It's Vinny, leave. And Vinny turns and says, "But we're in the middle of. I can't just Vinny, leave." And he scampers away. She walks over to the controls and kind of is Matua like sedated at all? Is she conscious?
Yeah, she's totally unconscious.
Cool. So she like presses some buttons on the panel. Doesn't like
Adrenaline.
undo anything that's currently happening to Matua. She just hits the turn on button.
She injects
Chemicals
adrenaline directly.
flood through Matura and she regains consciousness with these needles covering her.
How much is Matua screaming?
Yeah,
Ow.
like what is this process? Is it
Ow.
painful to regain consciousness?
Ow. Yeah, ow. Ow.
Sarah
Ow.
kind of like looks down at you, like she kind of like leans out over and kind of looks down at you. It says, well, this is interesting. At least I can finally pin you down to talk. There's a sly grin.
Could you please put me unconscious again? This is very painful.
She shakes her head.
Acupuncture is not painful.
No, this is exactly what I want. You're breaking the terms of our agreement,
Enjoy
Matua.
this. I didn't catch that.
You're breaking the terms of our agreement, Matua.
And what are those terms?
The terms that the Freedom Front would supply you with any resources, material, equipment you needed, funding for your research, and the research would be ours. The final product, at least.
Yes. And when I approached you about funding for those parts, I was told that I have to look elsewhere.
We provided you with everything that was within our capabilities to provide. Matua, we're a terrorist organization.
I like to think of us as a freedom organization, bringing freedom to the solar system.
She nods. And soon we will be. Soon we'll be a legitimate government. Right now, we're a fringe organization that doesn't exactly have access to laboratory or university-grade equipment. We gave you what we could. We supplied you with everything you needed that we could provide. And you broke the terms of our agreement.
Point taken, though I do believe we've had this conversation before, Sarah.
She nods. It's just become more urgent.
I assume you've been reprimanded for letting me do as I please.
She has a, she grins, and it doesn't look pleasant. This is
Yep.
this is the grin of like a predatory cat before it pounces on its prey, and she looking down on you, she says, "I have been informed to tell you that any agreements you have made, any promises you have made, aren't valid. You did not have the right or any authority to make those agreements, and therefore, any words, any agreements, whatever you have said, isn't valid. And you," she kind of looks down at you, "and the rest of your team are to apologize to any party who may have misillusions about that, about any sort of this about any of this policy."
And I think you know me well enough, Sarah, to know that I really don't care who I turn into a hybrid. I just need it done. I need to test subjects, and this planet has kindly offered me several for resources and opportunities. Now, I will happily tell them to piss off if I'm allowed to take freedom fighters as subjects and test on them. The reason I approached the Martians was because, frankly, Morgan was a fluke, and there's no guarantee that this procedure will work 100%. Now, if you're willing to risk freedom fighters'
She like
lives, I'm
holds up a
happy
hand
to
to
do
like
that.
cut you off. She says, I've already given you test subjects.
Yes, but those ones are unique, and that they are strangely suited for the procedure. I'd rather not waste them.
And I'd rather see results. But
So
we
would
can't
I.
all get what we want, is it, Matua?
That's what I'm finding out right now, isn't it, Sarah? The problem that I think you would care about, or at least the Freedom Front would care about, is that I have told the Martians, who would be on our side, that I will give them hybrids. And I'm not sure how kindly they'd take it to know that the Freedom Front are going to go back on their word.
She shrugs. The Freedom Front aren't going back on their word. The Freedom Front has had a pretty firm and clear stance on this from the very beginning.
Fine. Whatever. I don't really care. Just... It would be incredibly helpful if I could tell these people that I had lied to them after I've got what I need,
And that
and
is...
not before. There is a university on this planet that has one of the largest collections of animal DNA sequencing in humanity, besides the ones on Earth, obviously. But when they came to Mars, they figured they'd need to store this stuff. And I have been given the means of access to this place. If I could gain access to this place and download what I need, it would greatly speed up my research and greatly increase the chance that the Freedom Front gains hybrids at a much accelerated rate and a much more effective version of them.
She nods. I don't care when you tell them, how you tell them, or even if you tell them. I care that they don't get hybrids. Is that clear, Matua?
Painfully so. Now, if you don't mind, I would very much appreciate it if you could press that green button there that puts me unconscious and starts the procedure again. Not the yellow one. Please don't press the yellow one. That would be very painful. I think maybe we see her looking at the screen, and the green one, like, she understands the green one would put her unconscious and complete the procedure, which just means it's not painful, and the yellow one would complete the procedure but not put her unconscious and would make it very painful for her.
Just think of it as acupuncture. You'll be fine.
I love how he's rolling for this.
I'm surprised he is rolling.
I'm not.
Yeah, so she like leans over and says, "Sleep well, Matua," and presses the green button.
Oh,
I thought you were gonna say she says sleep well and presses the yellow button.
Oh man.
If it was that painful, you'd pass out from the pain.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
And then we
I
so
mean,
we
yeah.
see her we from the camera's eye we see her turn on her heel, and walk back out the door to where like Vinny is waiting, and he kind of nervously says to her, can I go back in now? I need to. She shakes her head. Vinny, I don't care what you do. I don't care. Go. And she like
Aww.
walks past Vinny and into the rest of the ship. Cool. Is there anything anyone else wants to do before we?
You said that the well, I was reminded that the Martian Freedom Organization maybe has a figurehead, some sort of public figure, someone who has spoken out.
They have the leader, like the leader of the Rouge Collective. Yeah, she was the one who was speaking to Constantine during the meeting.
Not her. What Nutt's talking about is what Leona's father told me. That figure, the one who brought up like Martian independence to like the official way, and they kind of just said, "Go away."
Sure. Okay. Yep. Yep. I mean, there was
Is that a character?
there were multiple people. Like so there is the governor who's installed by the Earth government.
EDF.
Who's you've kind of established through talking to people is more of a figurehead than anything else, right? Martian independence has been raised numerous times, like through the correct systems, and pretty well always just gets shut down. Yeah, all sorts of bullshit about like we need the Earth government too much. Like the financially Mars couldn't survive. Yeah, most of that like quashing comes from the governor.
Right. I need some people that can be killed.
That can be killed. So are you looking for like people who would have publicly pushed, like politicians who would have like publicly pushed for like Martian independence? Is that kind of who you're looking for?
I need one such man. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. I mean, yeah. That you can you do a quick quick Spoogle search and pretty quickly find somebody.
And I need to know, like, he's probably in the high class districts, etc., etc. But given how, let's see, my protege
Arlene
needs someone to kill, I'm thinking that's a good first target. Since she's a Martian, she can access the places that she would need.
Yep.
Okay,
to get this straight, you want to try and get Arlene to kill a Martian, senator, for lack of a better term, or politician who's been visibly pushing for Martian independence.
Yes.
Okay, let's see how the conversation goes. Sure.
Wow.
So, you
Arlene's
see Arlene.
Martian too.
You see Arlene. Yeah, how do
I don't
you
understand Nut's plan at all.
How
I
does
do.
this even
It makes a lot of sense.
By killing someone who supports Martian independence.
With an
Yeah.
EDF gun.
With an EDF gun. So what we see here is probably like a news article, several of them,
Sure.
having been put up in like a spider web.
Okay.
And Morgan is leaned back.
Matua's back.
On Matua's no. What the fuck?
Matua
Man?
has a spider web.
And Morgan says, "This is the guy."
Me like.
We're gonna start some cursory training. I think you take to it very, very well. Just surveillance and easy routine, layering in the routines of this man. It should be educational.
Okay. So she kind of turns to you and says, but he's been fighting for Martian independence for quite some time. Why would they kill someone on our side?
Have you ever heard of the phrase martyrdom?
I have.
Now, we have Constantine promoting this concert. We have the rioting in the streets. That's the big picture. They need a smaller picture. Someone who doesn't deserve to die, dying in the right moment to give people what they need to have to finalize the picture. The EDF obviously don't want people to die. They are pretty set in their ways. So a third party will have to provide the last piece.
She says, so you want me to kill him to spark riots? Anti-EDF
No.
sentiment?
No, not all of that, but most of that will happen, yes.
Use your sister's gun.
Now, this is a practice. I think you'll take to it very well. I will be of assistance if you need it. It's not really up to me whether he dies or not. It's up to you. You will have full control whether or not you pull the trigger. I'm not going to tell you to kill him. Maybe someone else is planning to kill him. All I want you to do is observe his routines, find the likely spots where an assassin will take the shot, and if you decide that he can die, it's all up to you.
Okay. Can you roll me, talk?
Yep.
You roll me one of them talks.
Do you have a good talk roll?
I have a 0 and a 1 in charisma. The question I have to Liam is, do I get a +1 from her being more closely connected to me?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Sweet. 12.
Nice.
Okay. So she nods. She says, I think I can do that. I'll, do you have any ideas of places to start?
I have some ideas. And we'll sort of go through the layout of the upper districts. We have the government building, we have his house, etc. And we'll sort of set up something cool, something together. I want her to be in control. I want to make her feel as if this is her making the decisions, so that when it comes to the actual murder, that it's all on her, that she
Sure.
is the one making the choices.
Spicy.
Okay. Give me 1 second.
You want her to think it's her plan, her idea.
Yeah.
Can you roll me a lead?
Yep. I'm gonna ask for that +1 again.
I think so. This is more to do. This is less to do with her reception of you, and
right.
more to do with how Morgan actually
you're persuading.
well, not even that. How well Morgan kind of executes the "I want to make her think it was her plan"
Oh god,
side of it.
that's a horrible one.
Okay. That's all right. Something like she's still gonna do it, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That works. Okay, cool.
she sees the strengths.
Yeah, right. That's kind of the point, right? She kind of sees through what Morgan's doing a little bit. Doesn't mean she doesn't kind of go ahead with it. Just means she kind of sees what's happening. All right, sure. So yeah, at the end of the conversation, she's kind of got a good idea about what's happening, and she's gonna go do that. She agrees, and she says that she'll. I think she says so. She says I don't think you need to follow me,
We got a friend.
but I'll contact you if I need you.
That makes sense. You're a Martian. You can move freely. I'm conspicuous.
She just grins, to say the least, and then yeah, she wanders off into the tunnels and warrens of Mars to go maybe assassinate a senator. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
All right.
I want her to be the one in control of this. So
Yeah,
it's fine.
Sure. All right. Yeah, so that's gonna happen in the background. We'll probably see a scene at the end of today's episode that explains how that ended up. Cool. All right. Is there anyone else wants to do? Is there any like Constantine? Is there any preparations you want to start doing for?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I got like 2 things I need to do. I need to call Archie, Elsie. I don't ever get his name right. That's part of the charm. To start setting up.
Your
where we're
number
gonna
one fan?
play.
Is that?
Yeah,
Is,
him.
yeah. Okay.
Elkie,
Elkie.
The dead guy.
Yeah, Archie. Yeah, it's fine.
the guy I'm gonna kill.
Yeah, I'd call him up and be like, well, now you got to do the real number 1 fan stuff. Find us a place to play in the high
Isn't that your
money
job?
district.
Is he now your
No!
manager or something?
That would actually absolutely be like a
Elkie.
manager's job, but you know, we don't have one.
Oh,
Alright.
thank you guys. Yeah, Elkie, it'd be like you were our manager.
For sure. Yeah, he gets real excited about that, and he's yeah, for sure. He'll see what he can do.
Oh, and if you don't do
Elkie's
it,
someone-
I'm gonna delete your number from my phone. Click.
So basically,
That can feel good and bad.
you've asked him to find you a place to play in like Olympus Mons, like in the
Yeah, in the open, preferably.
yeah, sweet.
And now part 2. I gather up the crew, including Morgan,
Sure.
Gwen, and Tua. You can show up if you like. Psych.
I'll be around.
All right.
How much of
My
the
friends.
quick question? How much of the like Freedom Front crew of the ship are you gathering, if any?
That's like a light show.
Of the Freedom Front or the Martians?
Yeah, so the
What crew?
Freedom Front, like you're on a Freedom Front ship, right?
Yeah.
Are you
You might want to
involving
talk
any
to
of their crew?
Yeah, you might want to talk to the not Christy. What's he called? Stefan Grigor. He's the guy who would be leading the
He's not here.
APDF.
We talked him. We talked to him on through telecoms because he's at the station.
Two staff.
Leader.
Any more bounties?
Not you want to talk to the captain.
Why would we talk to the captain?
No, not is right. So not talking about the chief of security of the ship.
Oh yeah.
Well, me and Lane were thinking about the leader of the space front.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought his name was Stefan.
There are two
It
Stephans.
is. There's 2 Stefans.
There's Seth and Steph.
I know I already
Yeah.
have
So
some
yeah, it's
idea.
basically that bunch I want, like him and like everyone else on security.
Sure. All right. Yeah, the security team's there. Stefan's there.
I walk by with my fancy red armband and say, well, it's almost time for the plan that me and our illustrious conspirators have collaborated on. You all will be wearing EDF suits and going and pretending to assault the crowd. Or even better, come straight, shoot around me. Let's be clear on this. Around me and Leona, not through.
Stefan
then-
laughs.
Myra raises her hand.
Aren't you unconscious?
This is
No, I'm
weird.
assuming this is after that. Is this earlier or before?
It doesn't matter.
It's during.
I assume it's later. That was my assumption.
Yes, Matua?
Constantine, wouldn't it be more convincing if you were shot? Maybe in the arm or the leg?
Oh, but the only one I would trust with such aim is you, Matua.
As
I'd
much
be
as
happy to shoot you there.
Don't worry, he can't be shot on stage. You gotta take him backstage and then do the mascara and the, point the gun at his foot. It'll be fine.
No, if I'm getting shot in public.
I suppose I could pull up a sniper rifle and do the deed. Blow off your arm, it'll be very fancy.
No, I need my arms.
Stefan,
Shoot
Stefan,
me, like, in the rib cage.
yeah, Stefan like raises his hand.
I can fix that.
Stefan raises his hand. I could shoot you.
Yes, I'm plenty aware that there's a lot of people who want to shoot me. Just don't kill me. That's all I have. Don't kill me or fucking amputate anything.
Stefan raises his hand again.
Stefan,
Like at
Yes,
this point,
Stefan.
when he puts hand and says, "If you get amputated, I can fix that."
It is
I
don't-
could also fix that.
probably a good idea to establish who is shooting you. You don't want three people
Well,
taking
Stefan-
the same shot.
Do you think you could shoot his left testicle off?
I'd probably hit both. It's not.
Stop raising your hand.
Well, that depends, Stefan. I'm sure you would want to lead your fake EDF troops and make sure they all get away safely once things escalate.
You know, it says yes, but wouldn't it be an EDF who took the shot?
Multiple
Yes,
EDF.
exactly. It does have to be someone with uniform and weapon from EDF. But
Alright.
I will also
Well-
be telling you now that the Martian EDF who will run you off, they will be using not live ammo, think more
Riot ammo.
bags. Yeah. Yes,
Yes, Stefan.
Because I could just barge my way on stage and beat you down. You don't have to get shot.
I literally like flex my guns and say, no one would believe it.
You're the skinniest person here.
Stefan, like,
What if we had a sniper take the first shot at Constantine from a distance, and then once that shot fires, the EDF storm the building? They would assume that the person who shot at Constantine was EDF if EDF immediately follow in gunning down innocent civilians. Well, I say innocent, Martian conspirators.
That's a good idea.
Out of character, on a side, I just realized something. The Mars Defense Force is MDF, which is basically just wood.
Yes, Stefan.
I'll be honest, I just wanted to shoot Constantine.
You all do, but
Yeah.
aside,
Like I said, aim for center mass. Probably in near ribs. That's where I'm most armored.
don't aim
Also,
for the
most
heart.
internal organs.
I was shot through the chest with a shotgun.
A fair point.
You see Glenn whistling off to a side.
It sounds like we need a medical team backstage just to make sure that this goes off without a hitch.
God, where's Sarah?
Well, like, there is one thing that no one actually does know about Osiris, is that she went to medical school for 4 years.
That's true. You get to wear your pretty outfit again. Stefan?
You looked over at Matilda.
Yes.
She went to what school? I swear you were trying to say
Medical
medical.
school.
It was not medical. You did
I
not
was
say
trying
medical.
to say medical school,
Yes.
Stefan. Sometimes I struggle with my words. Thank you, though. I do appreciate it.
She wasn't a linguist.
You're welcome.
No, I actually was a linguist, which does make it almost more embarrassing.
Also, before we break up and just do the finer details, what can you do, Psychic? Can you add anything to this?
I can make the crowd go crazy, literally.
No, that would be bad.
By literally, I mean I can make them seem more than there's actually going on,
So, fake deaths and stuff like that.
more or less.
Then yes, you would be perfect for the job, Gwen. I knew you were around here for a reason.
Not
Now,
just
Constant-
here to
Constantine, this is just a second, Stefan. Now, Constantine, this is actively going to look like a Martian conspiracy, yes?
No.
It's
Isn't
just
that the point?
it's just a rock and roll concert.
Yeah,
When
which the EDF are stopping because we're spreading the word of independence.
That's what. Yes, Stefan.
The EDF has augmented. It would make us seem more
Legitimate.
reliable if she was in armor.
Gwen, you get yourself a new set of armor.
Oh,
I'm not
true, I
sure
get
Gwen's
shot
strong
at.
enough to wear that armor.
I'm
You're not-
stronger than
you don't need
Augmented.
strength, it's augmented.
Augment means psychic. Yes, Stefan.
you. Don't need to keep raising your hand.
What will be the signal? When will we know when to come?
We don't want to start it too early. That's the thing.
First
let me-
song, second
Halfway
song.
through your fourth song,
Yes, perfect. And
Make
the song.
make sure it's a song that starts out strongly in support of Martian freedom.
Yes, I had the perfect tune. Something that was big here before I was scarred.
He knows.
If I can
You haven't
fucking
told
find
us how that happened, by the way.
EDF.
Sounds about right.
And have we got an escape plan for the...
Gwen,
Freedom
how many
from
times
EDF?
can you teleport?
A few, and I can take a few of us, but not everyone.
How many can you take?
I will tell you when I read my stats. I can up to 3 companions per teleport.
And how many times?
6 times. That's no,
Can you teleport
6 times.
people
I
and
can
not
do a
follow
total
them?
of 7 times if I don't do anything else.
Can you teleport people and not follow them?
Say again.
Can you teleport people and not follow them?
What? No, I have to go with them. And it has to
Okay.
be someone I can see.
Yeah, so we're probably better off with you just doing your thing of craziness. And, Stefan, hold on a goddamn second. I'm probably going to answer your question. What I was going to say is you'll get away because the Martians aren't going to be going to kill you. They're not going to be trying to detain you. They will try their best to make it look like they are. That
Now, do the Martians know that our Martians will be using live ammo?
Yes,
Maybe.
but as long as they don't shoot into the crowd, it's fine. No killing innocents.
I can make it look like people are dead, but I can't actually. I can kill them, but I assume we don't want to.
How to show. Exactly. Yes, Stefan.
Does it not make more sense if our end goal is the Martian garrison becoming legitimate force for them to capture us?
That's an idea I think would work.
That's actually excellent because then, well, what the fuck are they going to say? They captured you, and they can make an example of you. I just have to figure out a way to do that without you guys actually dying. I'll tell them that part of the plan. Stefan, you get a credit for this plan now.
I have
Just give
been
him one
told
credit, yeah.
I have been told I'm strategic genius. It is fine.
I see you're Russian as well.
You see
I
his
think we all
name?
rush it at some point or
It's
in our
Stefan
lives.
Grigor.
I don't know. I think if you get captured,
He has pretty clear
you know,
heritage.
Don't
We
worry.
do run the risk if they get captured, the Martians abandon our plan and do just execute them.
I will talk it over with them first because I have a thing. I have a plan. Once all this is done, after I inform them of the plan, we can get Gwen when they go up on stage to make it look like they've been executed. Then all's fair. No foul. Don't remove their helmets. Golden.
I think the video feed would look very strange, given that it's imaginary people dying.
Speaking of which, I can, if you give me some extra time, I could actually perhaps make some kind of hologram device that will allow even better visuals.
You know what? Perfect. I have to run the whole capture plan by Martian Defense Force anyway. So,
And you sure we are good to trust them?
yes, because honestly, at this point, they're in just as deep as we are.
No, they're not. They have no skin in the game until they actually act.
Well, here's the thing. When you go to a place and you know it's going to be an important thing, pulls out my compad, you record every single part of it.
I have one more daily bounty to do.
Sounds fun, but why?
Sector.
Blackmail, Gwen. Blackmail.
Mm,
Oh, I thought you were recording us. Okay.
the truth is flexible in this way, in that since you were there, people can just not believe you.
But it's hard to doubt what's right in front of you, da? And besides, we're gonna be having, like, flashing lights and all kinds of fucking, subliminal stuff in the concert. It'll be fine.
Okay, if you say so. I'm not an expert in this.
Could we drug everyone?
I don't think
It's,
that's...
Say that.
It's a rock concert. It's going to be.
There's gonna be a lot of high people, drugged out people anyway.
You don't need to
I'm-
offer people free drugs. They have.
I'm
they
talking
brought
about
the business.
hallucinogenics. Ones that will make them see things that aren't there.
Well, that's what Gwen's going to do.
Sadly, if you
Yes.
actually agree with Matua, with some kind of hallucinogen in the system, it would actually aid my ability.
Alright, I have the perfect person who can go into the crowd and hand out drugs. Elk.
I mean, could we not disperse it through the air somehow?
No, because then it'll affect me!
You could be inoculated.
Oh
That
my
sounds like an awful lot of extra steps.
I was gonna
When-
say every 2 seconds it gets more complicated.
I was thinking that when the EDF attack, we could have some kind of gas grenade fire into the crowd, make them disperse. Not disperse, make them hallucinate.
It's not a
Yeah,
bad
I
idea.
guess that's
Directly-
possible.
If you do it at the crowd,
Stefan?
it could be better than doing it directly. Stefan,
Is that possible?
We
To
have some kind of hallucinogenic that we can put into a gas grenade.
no. Why would we have that?
Do you?
Do you have a gas grenade that we can modify?
No, it says they would include this as part of the EDF gear. Yes.
See? We have tech
I'll get
people.
started then.
Alright. I'm gonna go before anything else gets fucking added to this plan, I'm gonna go to the Martians.
Wait, I have an idea.
I throw a shoe at him. Not
I
my
throw-
shoe, just a shoe.
He's having a shirt.
All
The
right, cool.
shirt bounces off me without even touching me.
So who are you contacting to meet?
I'm not gonna contact the Admiral, I'm gonna contact Zoe. So she can, because she probably will have an easier time dispersing the information than I will.
Yeah, sure.
It won't look bad.
All right. So yeah, I think she sends you like the address of like a small cafe or something. And when you arrive, she's seated in a one of the kind of like outside chairs that like faced away from you slightly. That's kind of out on the promenade. Drinking some sort of beverage.
I'm wearing a scarf.
Nice, fashionable. All right.
I sit down and I say, you know, when you try and be a spy, you look like a spy.
She smiles. I'm not a spy.
Okay. Oh yeah.
I'm
You're
a-
literally not looking at me right now.
She laughs and then looks up at you. She says, I'm a lieutenant in the garrison.
Indeed.
Meeting with...
And I have. You can say it, Rockstar. Rockstar. Don't be pop.
She knows what she said.
Listen, so I will just tell you that the plan has come together and I've come to relay a message with you. We're putting so much trust in you that we will let you capture our fake EDF units.
She nods. Makes sense.
And the only thing we plan on doing to the civilians is throwing a hallucinogenic grenade into the mix. No firing will be at them, and probably the only Martian getting shot will be me. So,
She raises an eyebrow. Hallucinogenics?
yes, to make people see death and stop people being killed. But no one actually will be. And make our EDF forces look bigger.
I'm sorry, but that doesn't make sense.
We have a psychic who's going to use the hallucinogenic and use it to her case.
And this hallucinogenic would affect the people in the crowd.
Yes.
So the media teams that arrive on the scene afterwards to report what happened to Greater Mars won't see bodies on the ground. They won't see carnage. They won't see blood. But there'll be reports of it.
I've seen what the ADF can do. I have videotape if you want to watch it. Them throwing a hallucinogenic into a crowd, it wouldn't be the first time. It'll just be the first time they're caught.
She says, I can't risk a airborne contaminant in a closed system.
It's not going to be close. It's going to be out in the open.
She raises an eyebrow. In our closed air system that circulates oxygen and breathable air.
Don't worry. We have the best chemists in space working on it.
She shakes her head. That won't fly. I'm sorry,
No, I'm telling. The chemical grenade will dissipate after 10 minutes.
That's long enough for it to get sucked up into the air recyclers.
Alright, I have to fucking go back to those fucking cunts who keep raising their hand anyway. So, I'll tell them we'll cut out the chemical plan.
She nods. I don't see the... yeah, I think she says, I don't see the equation there. I'm sorry. Risk versus reward. There isn't enough gain to justify the risk of...
Well, I hope you're content with the psychic mentally showing things that aren't there, though. Nah?
She shrugs.
Fine,
What the augmented
perfect.
do is what the augmented does.
Exactly, and we're like the real EDF with our shiny psychic.
She nods.
Oh, yeah, and remember, we are willing to let you capture our team, but you have to get them out of there fast, and then we have to decide a way we can remove them without actually killing them.
The government will make a big show of releasing captives to the EDF as a
Goodwill.
bargaining chip.
Ah, I believe the great Julius Caesar once said, this is in character,
Yeah.
that, you know, good deeds and can be a weapon, or some such thing.
She looks at you blankly.
You know what? It's fine. Just because you don't have my higher learning, I understand. It's okay.
Raises an eyebrow. Vidi, vini, vici. I came, I saw.
I conquered.
That's a direct pronunciation of Latin that is wrong. The C is a K.
You're not wrong.
He's thinking it
You're-
real hard, though.
You're aware how dead this language is at this point in history, yeah?
Yep.
It's
like
actually
how
thriving.
it's actually Macedonia, not Macedonia.
It's actually McDonald. I don't know.
Anyway, this is off topic. I just look at her and say, guys, and then say, I'm off. Tell your leader the plan. Everything goes off without a hitch. There will finally be a Mars we can be proud of.
Just Mars. Don't get yourself caught before this all goes off, Constantine.
Ah, I won't. You just make sure you don't fuck us. And I walk away.
Sure. Alright. So you
And like,
return
there's
to
cool
your...
music playing in the background.
Absolutely. You return to your triumphant colleagues. How does that go?
Alright, before I get started, Stefan, you don't have to raise your hand to talk. That's fucking rule number 1.
I was trying to be polite.
Gwen? No, thank you. I appreciate it, but there's only one thing I have to say. Chemical plant is nixed. Because yes, Matua.
I may have already made the chemicals.
Well, we'll use it some other time. We're gonna fuck something up because they bring up a good point that the chemical grenade could get into our air supply, and then Mars is kind of fucked. So
I was hoping no one would think of that. Shit.
listen, if I really wanted to poke holes in your plan, I would ask Sarah to be in here.
There is the.
No, I realized that it would get in the air system. I just thought that would be amusing.
Dude, you're from Earth. Do you really want to fuck Martians any more than you people already have?
No, but it's just a light hallucinogenic. Everyone on Mars would just see things for a couple hours.
Oh, that'd be so good.
Exactly, so good. Thank you, Sarah.
That should be an excellent work on that.
But no, we'll just cut that part of the plan. Matua, you will be backstage, or maybe even in the front of the crowd, and you could be. No, you're a human. That won't work. Yeah, be backstage.
Yes.
You're all
I don't want to get shot.
There should be an
They won't be shooting into the crowd. God damn.
You just see Gwen
So-
looking, like, doing the sideways eyes looks, planning to shoot the
If-
tour.
They're not gonna get shot, and no one's gonna die.
Mhm.
How does this paint the EDF in a bad light?
Because
we.
Stefan.
I swear.
We have riot control gear. Beam
There
backgrounds.
you go.
Crowd control.
Are we allowed to use them?
Crowd control and crowd
Yes.
suppression.
As long as we don't kill, is the main point. And also, if you target members specifically of the Rouge Collective, you can probably like hit them with your rifle and do some like mean close combat stuff and just not kill them. They're willing for this plan to go through, no matter the cost.
Stefan,
Oh.
how many people do we have?
How many people do I have?
Yes.
There are 9 on my security team.
Never mind, my idea wouldn't work.
What was your idea, Gwen?
Put some of our people as fake dead bodies in the crowd.
Actually, that might work because they have agreed to capture you. and they
Everyone
have a
on
way
this
to
ship,
release you.
everyone on this ship is a spacer, who
That's why
are
I realized-
significantly taller than Martians.
That's why I realized it wouldn't work, Matua. Shut up.
Yes,
There is
another great
one other
idea from
Martian
you,
on the
Gwen.
ship.
Don't worry about it. There will be
Arlene's a-
bodies.
Arlene's a Martian.
Imagine just for a second, EDF storming a crowd of people, shooting riots things on them.
Oh, there'll probably be a few people.
There
being
will be
trampled.
people who have broken bones, there will be tramplings, it'll be fine.
Yeah, and I don't think MDF cares about that. They just don't want themselves painted in a bad light. So it should be fine.
As well.
Who's
That's just
taking the shot on
stupidity.
Constantine?
Stefan, He doesn't even have to raise his hand. It's Stefan.
Stefan, shoot him in the air. Then it will look like it was meant to be a headshot to kill, and it was just missed.
Shoot him
Did
in
you
the
just say
air.
shoot me in the ear?
Shoot you in the air, yes. Take off your ear. You don't need an ear. It's fine.
One ear has an E in it.
I said air. Your
What the
air.
fuck?
The air on your side of your head. I don't understand your problem.
Can I please shoot Matua?
No, you can't shoot Matua. You already brain screwed her.
But she deserves it.
I will turn you into an octopus, Gwen. Now, be quiet.
And I will melt your brain.
We'll
All
see
right.
about that.
Okay, plan has to go off without a hitch. Then you two can kill each other. I don't fucking care after that.
I
I'm
can
going
agree to
to
those terms.
I'm going to say one thing, Stefan. I think the best place to shoot me is around here, in the shoulder. That's perfect, because it leaves a lot of blood and it gives a dramatic effect. I'll wear white gloves and touch my hand to it.
No, don't worry.
Air? You like air?
You should probably do like a white sleeve so that you can put a target marker on it. It'll be.
That's not a target marker. That's a little obvious. I was planning on wearing a cape. I will make it white. Good call.
Why would you wear a cape?
You
Capes are
should wear
cool.
an all-white outfit to suggest the innocence of Martian people. And then I don't got anything. I just think it would be more impressive when there's a bunch of blood on a white uniform.
You realize he wears black most of the time, right?
Yeah, there'll still be
Yes.
black flares. Don't worry about that.
The juxtaposition of you normally wearing black and for this event wearing all white. Maybe just for that fourth song you wear
I'll
all
be
white.
clear that something's up then.
Oh no, I agree. Costume changes are a part of theater, a part of music.
I really don't understand.
Listen, I hear tales from long, long ago that a woman named Celine Dion used to change outfits every song. So one costume change isn't going to arouse suspicion.
Wasn't she also swinging from a chandelier? Or was it a wrecking ball or something?
No,
I
I
think
think
that
it
person's
was-
name was lost to history because they were awful. Yes,
Huh.
Stefan.
Are you talking about classical music?
Yes.
Okay. Just to be clear.
I think we're all good. That all we need to do is to look at the area that your number one fan has managed to.
Indeed. Also, I just want to be
Fine.
clear. Leon, you're getting all this, right? You're sitting here, you got all of it?
Do you know what? I understand.
Okay,
I just
good.
imagine she's sitting there with a notepad.
No,
Yeah,
she's probably like
You're
sitting
proud of
there
her.
like on her compad. It's like scrolling through shit on her compad. Like,
she's playing a game.
I don't think she's looked up once. Like,
She's like, I'm not getting shot. I don't have to look.
Now, are we sure we're not going to use any live bullets? Because I do think a few dead bodies would help sell it.
No, we can't. Listen, I don't want this plan to go to shit. Because if you use live ammo, the MDF is going to use live ammo and call off the deal. So no.
Stefan, are you willing to sacrifice yourself for the mission?
no, I'm willing to sacrifice.
I was just checking.
Also,
No.
he's a spacer.
That's
It's
true.
fine.
Wait. Problem with the plan. Aren't everybody going to notice that the EDF soldiers are, well, very tall?
EDF
I don't-
armor's hot. It's changeable.
Yeah, and I think the armor will. I don't think they'll notice how tall they are with the confusion and the chaos around. And I will be flashing a bright light in their face.
Not
So you know.
also not all spaces are ridiculously tall.
Oh,
There
okay.
is there is variation like in everything, right? It's just that
It'll be
like
fine.
it's just like a short spacer, a short or average spacer is going to be like a tall earther, right?
It'll be fine. They'll notice the uniform. That'll be the big important part.
And I know, and I literally stop before I break the meeting again, before someone adds something. I look at Matua. I look her in the eyes. Promise me you're not going to throw a chemical grenade.
She
Don't
looks
worry,
at you.
She's been sitting here the entire time. She hasn't made any
stares
kind
you
of
in the
remark.
eyes. And doesn't say anything for like a good 15 seconds, just like squinting. Okay, I promise I won't throw a chemical grenade. I
I look at
promise
her
I won't throw a
fingers.
chemical grenade.
Our fingers crossed.
No, she sees you looking at her and she puts her hands out in front of you. I promise I won't throw a chemical grenade.
All right. Also, come.
Baby.
Listen, Osiris. What you haven't learned from the punk scene yet is that I will kick you in the cunt. We called that a cunt punt. So, come with me for about 5 seconds alone. The meeting's over. Everyone, start doing shit. Come on, Matua.
She looks back at the crowd. Big eyes. Walks with him.
Stefan shrugs.
She whispers help to Stefan.
He winks.